Hello everyone, welcome to this review of Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. If White Nights was Dostoevsky's tender exploration of fleeting connection, this 1864 novella is its dark counterpart, a raw, ferocious dive into isolation, resentment, and the tormented human psyche. Often hailed as a precursor to existentialism, it's one of his most revolutionary works, clocking in at around 120 to 150 pages. It's intense, philosophical, and unrelenting, influencing thinkers from Nietzsche to Sartre. Today I'll give you a spoken style review from plot overview, themes, characters, and iconic quote with its deep meaning and why it remains essential reading. Let's descend underground. The story is divided into two parts. The first, titled Underground, is a blistering monologue from our unnamed narrator, a bitter, retired civil servant in St. Petersburg. He runs against society, reason, and utopian ideals, confessing his spite, contradiction, and self-loathing while addressing an imaginary audience. The second part, apropos of the wet snow, flashes back to his younger days, recounting humiliating encounters with former colleagues, a prostitute named Lisa, and his desperate attempts at human connection that inevitably crumble. It's not a traditional plot-driven novel, it's a psychological confession, fragmented and feverish, like eavesdropping on a man's unraveling mind. Dostoevsky wrote this after his Siberian exile, channeling his frustration with emerging radical ideologies in Russia like rational egoism and utilitarianism, which promised a perfect society through science and self-interest. The novel is a direct attack on those ideas, showing how they fail to account for the irrational, spiteful core of humanity. The prose is stream of consciousness, repetitive, contradictory, and brilliantly chaotic, capturing the narrator's overactive intellect trapped in inaction. The themes here are profound and unsettling. Central is alienation and isolation. The underground man lives underground, metaphorically withdrawn from society into his own tormented thoughts. He embodies excessive consciousness, hyper-awareness that paralyzes him, turning every action into overanalysis. Another key theme is the limits of reason and the triumph of free will through spite. He argues that humans are rational calculators, will destroy yourself or others just to prove we're free, even if it hurts us. Suffering, too, is glorified in a twisted way. There's pleasure in pain, in toothaches and humiliation, because it affirms our individuality against deterministic law of nature. Finally, it's a critique of progress. The Crystal Palace symbolizes utopian dreams, like Chernyshevsky's influential novel, which the narrator rejects out of pure contrariness. These ideas feel eerily modern. Think incels, online rants, or existential threat in our algorithm-driven world. The protagonist, the underground man, is one of literature's greatest anti-heroes, brilliant yet pathetic, spiteful yet painfully self-aware. He's not evil in a grand way, he's petty, lashing out in small humiliation while craving recognition and love. His contradictions are endless. He despises people but longs for connection, hates rationality but overthinks everything. Secondary characters like the officious Simonov, Boris Zevkov, or tragic Lisa serves as foils, highlighting his inability to relate normally. Lisa in particular offers a moment of potential redemption, but his cruelty sabotages it. Dostoevsky masterfully makes this repellent figure compelling. We recognize fragments of ourselves in his rage and loneliness. One of the most iconic openings in literature is the very first line: I am a sick man, I am a spiteful man, I am unattractive man. Often extended to mention his liver disease and refusal to seek treatment, this quote immediately sets the tone and encapsulates the novel's essence. Its meaning is multi-layered. The sickness isn't just physical, but existential, a profound disconnection from life. fueled by resentment and hyperconsciousness. Despite this deliberate, he refuses help or change out of rebellion against necessity and reason. It correlates to the broader themes of irrationality and free will. Even in suffering, he asserts control by embracing it, rejecting the healthy path society expects. This self-portrait introduced the anti-hero archetype, influencing modern literature's flawed narrators. It's a defiant confession, admitting flaws not for absolution, but to provoke and expose the reader's own hidden darkness. What makes Notes from Underground enduringly powerful is its unflinching honesty. Dostoevsky doesn't offer easy resolutions. He plunges into the abyss of the human soul, emerging with truths that discomfort and illuminate. It's darker and more challenging than White Knight's, but equally brilliant, a bridge to his later epics like Crime and Punishment. If you've ever felt like paralyzed by overthinking or rebelled irrationality against the world, this will resonate deeply and perhaps unsettle you. It's been adapted into films and theater, but the text's interiority is unmatched. In conclusion, Notes from Underground is a masterpiece of psychological depth and psychological rebellion. Short but dense, it's perfect for an intense weekend read that will haunt you. For the best experience, grab the translation by Richard Pfeffer or Larissa Volonsky. It's faithful, dynamic, and captures Dostoevsky's idiosyncratic voice. Thanks for listening. Have you read it? Does the underground man spite ring true to you? Drop your thoughts below. Until next time, stay conscious.